Federal Ministry of Humanitarian, I think is getting out of hand because right from inception, there have been series of embezzlement in that ministry. And with due respect to the National Assembly, Mr. President, and the workers in that ministry, I want to suggest that that ministry be do away with, be scrapped, and be merged with another ministry. There is Ministry of Youth, Sports and Development. There is education there. There is agriculture. There is science. There is health and the rest. Health is all about human being. Agriculture is all about provision of food for human being. Economy is Ministry of Finance is all about how the government will generate money for the betterment of the country. Then education is all about going to school, graduate, and then to produce persons that will take care of the country in future. I think the money, the billions of naira being allocated or voted to the Federal Ministry of Humanitarian be merged to other ministries such as agriculture, education, health, youth, sports and development. I think those ministries can do more than what the humanitarian ministry is doing, because I personally, and to me, I cannot see or feel the impact of the Federal Ministry of Humanitarian. I've never seen anywhere in this southwest part of the country where humanitarian ministry or Federal Ministry of Humanitarian is doing anything feasible. I can feel that of the health, I can feel that of agriculture, I can feel that of sciences, I can feel that of education, but I cannot feel the impact of Federal Ministry of Humanitarian. Humanitarian for what? To who? From where? At where? So it's like a ministry. It's like a ministry that is being used to dupe Nigeria government. That is where I use it. I see that ministry, because how will billions of naira be allocated to your ministry all of a sudden you just move the whole money to your own personal pocket and to your friend's pocket? So Mr. President, with due respect, I suggest that you should scrap that ministry with due respect. Merge the ministry with another viable ministry such as education, health, agriculture, youth and social development and the rest. So the idea of and distribute or repost or transfer the workers in the Federal Ministry of Humanitarian to all those ministries. They are civil servants. Move them away so that the avenue being used to siphon their money will be closed. It's just a suggestion, but his suggestion is reasonable. It will make Nigerians to say, "Tuale, this is a Nigeria and Nigerians." Look at the way funds were siphoned during the last administration, and the baby administration now, less than 8 months in the office, they have started another method of siphoning such funds. Thank God that they were caught initially on time. Now that money would have gone, but thank God they were caught on time. So since they have been caught, and there's revelation that in the predecessor, the immediate past minister in that office also involved in such an act, directors they also involved, there is no need of wasting time. Mr. President, please scrap that ministry, merge it with other ministries, and then the money being allocated to that ministry, please let that money be given to agriculture, education and health. Nigerians will feel the impact better. If that money is invested in agriculture, let's say even rice, let's say even tomato, pepper, let's say even onion, let's say even what do they call it, yam or palm oil, you will see that we will be exporters rather than to be importing. If such money is invested in rice farm, to God be the glory, you will see that Nigeria will be exporting rice, and that will boost our economy. It will boost our internally and externally generated revenue. But in a situation where you give that money, the money to that ministry, and just 2-3 persons with fake companies, with companies that are tainted with a bad image, they just move the money down there and siphoned it. So don't let them use your administration as a channel to siphon taxpayers' money. Mr. President, please kindly scrap Federal Ministry of Humanitarian. Let all the civil servants there be transferred or posted or reposted to other ministries such as education, agriculture, health. And the money allocated to such ministry be also be given to other ministries for the betterment of the country. Let this is here. 1 billion naira can construct several kilometers of road, and we are talking of about 500 billion. Now, if a billion naira, or let's say 3 billion naira, is given to each of the federal universities in Nigeria, it will go a long way to assist such universities. Number one, the issue of electric power supply, such fund may be used to address it in the higher institution. Then number two, if it is a structure to be built, it will build a reasonable structure for them. Number three, if it is to construct the road within the university, the road will be a kind of say thank you, Mr. President. But the situation where somebody just gathered themselves and carry the money and took it to their personal homes and be spending and be sharing dollar in envelope to people. It's unfair, sir. It's unfair. Because they are just pretenders. Some of them they don't have any idea in their head more than how to fraud the government. So you need to be careful with them. And let me suggest that if there is any of the minister you suspect you don't trust, sack him. When you sack him, you will see the way Nigerians will praise you. But when you keep them in the office, then you are indirectly saying bad things about your administration. Anybody that you have seen the sign of fraud in, let the person go to his or her house. There are 1,001 Nigerians who can be a minister. So let those people let another person fill such a position. And any ministry that is going to be used, that is directly used to serve Nigerians' money, close the do away with such ministry, merge them with other ministries. So some of your ministers, Mr. President, they only like you facially, they don't like you in terms of administration. They just want to make money and go away. Some of them may be shouting in the pages of the newspaper and in the media houses. That is not the issue. We are talking of integrity. Some of them, they don't have integrity. You need somebody who has integrity, who is determined, who has attacked Nigeria, and who is not corrupt, who is dedicated, who is ready to work. Those are the people you need. You don't need all these people with tie, with powder, with all this pancake. You don't need them. You need people who are ready to work. Those are the people you need. The ongoing investigation are not these people to be charged to court and if possible prosecuted, found guilty and sent to jail. It will not speak well of your government. Anybody who has a nexus with that money released for humanitarian purposes, anybody involved, let that person leave your government. There is no shortcut to heaven. There is no shortcut to heaven. It's either you pass through Jesus Christ or Muhammad, or you pass through the traditional way. So if somebody cannot follow your footsteps, if they are not doing what you want and they are doing what they like, sack them, let them go. There are better Nigerians in the outside here. Humanitarian. Youth and social is humanitarian. What are people telling me? Technology is humanitarian. So the mini federal ministry of humanitarian is a baseless office or ministry that's supposed to come to be. Agriculture is humanitarian. Let's analyze. Education is humanitarian. Health is humanitarian. Technology is humanitarian. Youth social development is humanitarian. Niger data development is humanitarian. So what are we saying? Anybody who wants to come and challenge that, they are not humanitarian. They are humanitarian. They say that they all deal with the what? Human beings. That is all they are humanitarian.